I'll stick with that.
Being a 24-year-old and surrounded by a little more experience, it was. I found it kind of difficult when Lou told us this morning. He said, "All right, I want all the coaches to talk about a story about when you became a man." And I'm sitting there thinking, "Am I a man yet?" Yeah. Okay, I got a job, I got an education, I got a child, I got. Okay, so I guess I meet all the qualifications for a man. So I really started thinking, and I was really struggling. You know, when did all this process take place? When did this actual transformation actually happen? When was I now a man? Okay, and actually, honestly, this whole thing just came to me like 5 minutes ago before walking in the door. Growing up, some of you may know my family's really involved in business. Well, this will be great. But it actually turned out to be really good. We got my dad taught me a lot of things about being a man, sacrifices, responsibility. Like I said, growing up junior high, and then into high school, didn't get much free time. Was always working, helping out, and it was kind of tough because people would say, "Hey, Peel, you know, we're going out to Pizza Hut on Friday after school, whatever." This is obviously after football season because game's Friday night. Hey, we're gonna go out to Pizza Hut and hang out, just have a good time. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I wish I could, but I gotta go to work. You know, I'm scheduled, I gotta be there. And they're like, what, is that all you do is work? I'm like, hey man, I got to. They got nobody else, so I'm supposed to be there. You know, I had responsibility. And even, I guess, Friday nights during football, I couldn't go out with the guys afterwards. You know, even after a tough loss or whatever, just couldn't go out with them and hang out because I had to be back up either to go to practice or film or go to work if we didn't have practice. You know, so I had to go to work Saturday morning. So I learned a lot of things about responsibility, about sacrifice growing up through high school. And another big role model, I don't know if he knows this or not, but Coach Kuhn, a real big role model for myself. He was my very first football coach in Pee Wee. And then I didn't really have him for junior high, but then in high school he was my coach again, and then he left. And I was like devastated, like, oh man, Coach Kuhn's gone, now who am I going to look up to? And then he actually came back. So I was really, really happy for that. And then when he was, I got to coach with him after I graduated. It was really awesome, just because I could still learn about being a man just by watching him. He wasn't really teaching that kind of stuff per se like we're doing now, but it was nice. I was taking little notes here and there about different things about being a man. I was in that class, and we had to talk a lot about people that had shaped our lives. And we had to tell some stories about things that had happened in the past and what's going on now. And this one lady said, man, you being a younger football coach and being there for 6 years, it seems like you're shaping a lot of lives. And I'm like, huh, okay. You know, it just like all of a sudden hit me in the face. Hey, you're a grown-up now. You're a big kid. You've been talking about all these people that have shaped your lives. And this lady, she was an experienced lady, I guess you would say, older than myself. She finally put it into perspective. She's like, you know, you've been going through all these situations, and now you're in that position. You're in the position to shape young minds, provide experiences to people that are you know, going through this high school transition into manhood kind of thing. You know what I mean? So it was really weird because I've had like all these instances that were coming to mind, and it finally just kind of it fell together. I've got my transition through high school into college. I've got my daughter being born was another big step. And then this lady talking to me about all my experiences that were, you know, I've been talking about experiences that shaped my life, and now I get the chance to work with young people and do the same and give back.